Hello, welcome to another video. It's kind of wild out there today, so kind of glad I'm going to be in drawing. Okay, got the dice. Let's see what we get. 95. What's 95? Plague Bearer. Whoa, that could be interesting. Sorry, there you go, just so you can see it. 95. Yeah, Plague Bearer. Let's give that a go. So, like I said, it is blowing a hoolie out there today, so it's kind of nice to be indoors drawing. For the Plague Bearer, I really wanted to do one of those creepy plague doctor things with this sort of bit of plague stuff floating around. And I kind of decided I wanted to do a hole in the ground, like maybe there's plague-infested bodies in there, but I will leave that as it gives me a nice segue into in a few days' time. I can have something kind of happen in there, which is cool. I was hoping to get some footage of something else that happened today, which was normally on today. Every week I meet with Charlotte and we discuss our game and we go through game design ideas, but today ended up being a bit more of a logistical thing. We were sorting out our conventions, so we booked the UK Games Expo for May next year, which sounds like a long time in advance, but just trying to sort out how to get from the island to the mainland UK with all our stuff and find somewhere to stay for 4 days in the busiest UK games thing ever. It's best to do it in advance, so we did that today. We also tried to sort out Dragon Meet, so Charlotte will be at Dragon Meet with our game, so just trying to sort out the logistics of that. And we also rolled up some characters for Shadow Dark, because Charlotte and I will be in a live play on Monday night over on Dungeons and Dyslexia. So we were sorting that out, and I've played Shadow Dark once. Charlotte's never played it, so it's a bit of a learning curve, but it's a fun game. I like it. Anyway, with this, I'm just going in with my lovely big fat smelly pen. Any excuse to use that big fat smelly pen, and just decided that everything in the background would be dark, so that was it, and quite pleased with this kind of first initial row I've done for the map. So yeah, I think so far it's going well. I think maybe I've done some of the monsters a bit big, so I'm not convinced it'll read as well as a map, but we'll see when I actually get to what I've now decided will be underground. Maybe I can make it a bit more map-like, rather than just a collection of still quite fun and quirky, weird creatures doing things in a giant, complicated scene. So I still haven't decided whether I prefer a map or something more like that yet, so we will wait and see. But yeah, quite a nice one today, quite nice to finish a row. Yeah, looking forward to what tomorrow brings, actually. Who knows? Who knows what it'll be? I certainly don't. Okay, the Gobtober prompt for today is hunted. Okay, let's see what I did last year. So I kind of made it a bit more of a scene. I think this was one of the few I made a scene out of, and I'm not sure about it. I kind of think I want to incorporate the prompt into more of just the character. Though don't get me wrong, I do quite like the dragon kind of coming down on him. I think it was quite amusing. So yeah, I think I'm going to try and do that a bit more in the character. All right, let's see how I do. Okay. So as always, I begin by just kind of sketching out like a little kind of fat skeleton of what I want this kind of goblin to be. And I knew I wanted him to look a little bit panicked and like he's hiding from something. So he's being hunted. That was the idea I was trying to get across, and sort of having him kind of every here and there there'd be like an arrow that's just missed something vital. And then I kind of like the idea that he was wearing a target. So maybe this is, I mean, I'm sure we've all had them where we've had jobs where, you know, you're the lowest rung on the ladder, so you get all the rubbish things to do. Maybe this is maybe he's a squire of some kind, and this is kind of his job, and he's terrified about it. So it was nice to kind of show a bit more emotion on the goblin's face. So by doing that with the raised eyebrows, the open mouth, and emphasizing that look of panic is really important. So I was quite pleased with how well that turned out. Because normally if I was doing this and I wasn't filming it, I would just keep doing it till I get it right. But when I'm filming it, I kind of feel like I try and get it right first time, which I don't know, it kind of puts pressure on it, but it's good pressure. It's good to test yourself like that. But yeah, I was kind of wondering the other day, because one of the things I want to talk about in these videos is kind of the creative process, why do this, all that kind of thing. And I was thinking, well, why do I do this? I've been a working creative for about 20 years now in lots of different contexts, and there are definitely easier ways to make a living. I just love it. I love kind of living in my head a little bit and kind of spewing whatever's in my head onto the page, and I love the challenge of trying to do something, and kind of learning lessons. And I think I was a teacher for a long time in art as well, so it's kind of you kind of get in the habit of when you learn something new, you kind of think, oh, how am I going to communicate that to somebody? And one of the things I was thinking about is I've been absolutely loving all the Gobtober images people have been sharing with me on Instagram, so please keep doing that. I think they're fantastic. And I'm very pleased some people are having a go. Some people very, very skilled artists. Some people, maybe don't draw quite so often, which is fine. Just pleased everyone's having a go, and it looks like people are enjoying it too. So that's really good as well. If I could give you one tip, if you're not very sure about drawing, the key is making your drawing look confident. So it can be really, really wrong, or really not how you want it, but if you make it look confident, so you can see what I do is I try and do everything with one line. I don't do what I used to call students chainsaw drawing, where I go backwards and forwards over it several times. Just try and get a whoosh, whoosh, straight line like that, or not straight, but like one line to get it through, and it just brings a sense of confidence to your drawing, that you can kind of trick the viewer into thinking you know what you're doing. I mean, that's certainly what I do anyway. I mean, I know I'm not the greatest artist known to man, but like I do feel like I'm confident in what I do, and always be clear about what you're trying to achieve. Like, I'm never trying to achieve realism. I'm often trying to achieve kind of something quite quirky and unique, and humor, so I shoot for what I call believability. So it's not realistic, you just have to be able to read what's going on, and that's how I judge if my work's a success. I decide that way. So kind of set your own criteria for your work, and don't be too hard on yourself, and at the same time don't think you're the greatest thing ever. There's always somebody better. There's like a million people better than me, and that's okay, but nobody does what I do, which is great. So yeah, I hope Gobtober is working well for you. As always, if you like these videos, like and subscribe, and head over to oddartworks.com to get some prompts, maybe buy a map. Yeah, your support is always appreciated in any way. And any questions, just send me a message on Instagram or via the website, and I'll do my best to answer them. Try and answer all the comments here as well. If you're feeling particularly flush, think about joining the Patreon. I couldn't do these videos without my patrons, so I think this drawing's just about finished, so all that's left to do is to thank my wonderful patrons. Here they are, and good luck with your drawings, and I will see you tomorrow. Take it easy, folks. Bye now.